Hey there. Do you have a lot of items in your home that you are going to donate or recycle? Well, why not get paid for these items? There are a lot of online platforms that you can have a place that you can sell your used items, your pre-loved items. They can be anything from clothing to appliances to furniture. And they're all sort of different, right? Where they have different policies, they have different procedures, they have different ways of selling your items. If you are the type of person who doesn't really want to fuss with mailing, because some of these online, you'd have to mail the items to the interested party. And so maybe you don't want to be your own fulfillment center. In that case, why don't you check out where your local secondhand shops are and establish a relationship with the curator of the store? A lot of times they have the certain curators have a certain interest. Like some really like vintagey things, and even if they're very worn, but they're still usable, they love that kind of stuff. And then there are others that are higher end and they love those kind of things. So it really depends on what you want to get rid of, what you are selling. You know, you're going to donate these items anyway. Why not get paid for that, right? I don't think there's anything to lose. And once you do establish a relationship, then there's this trust, there's this expectation of what type of things you're going to present, what type of things you're going to bring over next to sell or resell. And a lot of times the curator will have a little contract. Usually it's something simple, depending on what kind of store it is, if it's a bigger store or if it's just sort of a tiny little vintage shop. And usually it's a 1 or 2 pager, and you just sign this contract, which if they decide that they want to just buy your items, let's say that you give them 2 pairs of shoes and 1 shirt, and they might just say, here, I would like to give you this much for these 2 pairs of shoes and the shirt, and then that's that. And then there's another way that they could resell, which is consignment. And that means that they will offer you a percentage of what they sell it for. And of course, there will be an agreed to price. So if you say, I want to sell this pair of shoes for $50, and they agree that it would be $50, then usually they tell you how much they think they want to sell it for. And then you decide, do you want to, let them sell it for $50, and you would get $25, say, if the percentage is 50% that you get. So there's all kinds of different ways to get monetized for your pre-loved items. And I think that it's really a win-win. You might want to try that. So I hope this is helpful. And if you would like more tips like this, let me know. Comment below. Thanks for watching.